Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. And in this one, we're going to cover a topic that I personally think could become controversial. Maybe it already is controversial, I don't know, I'll let you decide. But it's not like artillery, but I think it may have the potential to become like artillery. So what we're going to talk about today is bots in the game. Now, what I'll do is I'll set the scene, I'll set the... You know, there are various camps, I suppose, various opinions that people hold, and they sit in different camps. So what I'll try and do is I'll try and quickly explain all three, and then I'll give you my opinion on the whole situation. So you have those that play the game and just don't care. I'm just playing the game. You know, you might be a new player, you don't care if there are bots in the game or not. You're just playing the game, you're having a good time, and that's fine. There are those that are aware of the bots and will deliberately go for bot games because that's what they want to use to boost their marks of excellence, because it's a bit easier, you know. Fair enough, if that's what you want to do, fine. And then there's the third camp, which is what I would probably call the purists, which is, and they're of the opinion that bot games just are essentially a write-off, you know. If you have a good result on a bot game, don't brag about it because it's a bot game. Those are the three camps. Well, there is a fourth actually. There is a fourth of it's a group of people who are like to pretend to be the purists, but then you see them online at 2 AM farming bots. So if you're one of those hypocrites, check yourself. So 4 camps. There you go. There are the 4 camps, and this is controversial because it's highlighted, and it was highlighted a couple of days ago, a week or so ago. I can't actually remember, but I saw a CC post that they were disappointed by a bot game because they got their second, it was a Bombardier or a Pools medal or something. I can't remember what it was, but one of the CCs posted, you know, I got this and I was really bummed out afterwards because I was happy about my second medal, whatever it was. But then I realised it was a bot game. And this got me thinking, because I thought to myself, well, we are not the ones that put bots in the game. We're not. Other games, like, well, Battlefield as an example, you can go into a server where you know it's just bots. So if you do 120 kills against just bots, yeah, don't brag about that because you deliberately went after the bots. The same thing can happen in WoT Console. You can play co-op, which is just bots, and, you know, same thing, don't brag about that. But what I find difficult to accept is that bot games are a write-off. And I agree they would be if you had control over the players you were facing. But the problem we have is we're not in control. You pick a tank, you press X or A, you go into a battle, and then you hand it over to Wargaming. Wargaming is the organisation that says, here is the battle you are now going to play. And you just have to sit there and accept it. Now, they're the ones that put bots in the game. So, yes, I understand when people say, oh, that's not really that great an achievement because you're playing against bots. It's like, well, yes, that I get what you're saying, but no, you can't avoid it. You just can't. And a part of me thinks that the community in some way, I'm not saying it's the right thing that should have had to has to happen, but there comes a point where we as the community are going to have to accept that this is the new normal. You know, it is what it is. If you do 35,000 combined, like Squirrel does in this game, you know, GG. I mean, 35,000 combined, even against bots, that's an achievement. I mean, I think the best I ever did against bots is 16,000. So you know that's perspective for you, man. Squirrel here's done more than double that, and yeah. It is a bot game, but, you know, you can't help it. The only time you can help it is if you are deliberately doing that. Now, if you're deliberately doing that and then claiming that you never do that, then, you know, you're a fat-nosed liar. But That's, you know, that's your problem. That's for you to sort out. But here, like, it's just playing the game, and 35,000 combined is an epic result. Unfortunately, this game is a defeat, which, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, as they say. But you know, I personally think the community... Hey, smash. Ooh, ouch. Ow. There you go. Yeah, I personally think that, you know, bots, they're in the game, and they're here to stay. There's nothing we can do about it. Yes, the situation could be better. Yes, your results could be against people, but you can't help it. Sometimes you just can't help it. And if you get an amazing result, I think, well, unless you deliberately went after that game, unless you were deliberately playing the matchmaker, which you and your platoon mates will know, then that is what will devalue your result. But if you are simply just hitting the battle button and you go out and you get what you get, I would say, well, hey, you know, you still played fantastically well. You still got a Pools medal, you still got a Bombardier, you still did 35,000 combined. I personally think that we're just going to have to start accepting that this is a part of the new normal. I mean, if we had access to the highest damage games, if we had access to the highest, best XP games ever played, I can guarantee most of them will be against bots. And that's through no fault of the community. It's not our fault. That's a wargaming thing. They've introduced them. We're just playing the game. And you know, I think we're just going to have to accept it. Like, it could be better. It really could be better. It could just be against players. But that's not the situation we're in right now. And, you know, maybe the community needs to shift its opinion slightly. I personally think the community does need to shift, because bots are here. They're here to stay. We can't change that. So, you know, the system still counts the MOEs that you get from a bot game. So it is what it is, you know. That is my opinion. You guys obviously have a conversation in the chat, in the chat, in the comments below. And yeah, let's just see how this goes. Let's see if we can, you know, maybe shift our opinion slightly. Some people might want to, some people might not want to, and that's fine. But bots, yeah, they are here to stay. Unfortunately, that game is a defeat. Squirrel does come second with 12,850 damage and 22,419 assist, which, if my brain is correct, is just over 35,000 combined. Brilliant result. So yeah, there you go. Bots, they're here. Getting to the end of the video. Oh, my voice is gone. Whew. Anyway, bots, yes, they're here to stay. They are what they are. It is what it is. 3 marks on his weasel. Fantastic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a like. If not, a dislike. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.